Hello and welcome to another Demon212 original SNES kart review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Super Mario Kart, which if you've never played it before or saw one of my previous Mario Kart reviews, it's a bit of a zany racing game. At the start you've got between 1 and 2 player, and then if you choose 1 player I'll show you the 2 player in a minute because there are some cool things about it. You've got then Mario Kart GP or Time Trial. Time Trial is you basically choose a track and try and beat the score. Then when you go into the GP you've got 50, 100 and 150cc class, which is basically kind of like the difficulty and the speed of the game and the likes. It's stupid how it works because it is supposed to just be the speed, because when you refer to bikes and all that, the more cc, pretty much the faster it is, the better class of bike it is, but it makes it faster. Harder even. Anyway, at the character selection screen here you've got like fast characters and slow characters, you've got better acceleration characters, but it doesn't actually tell you what they are, you pretty much just have to work them out on your own. If you notice, if you're wondering who that is to the immediate right of Yoshi, that's Junior Donkey Kong, because he was on this before Donkey Kong was. Don't know why they changed it, personally I like him better. Anyway, you then go into the cup selection screen. There's 3 to begin with, each cup has 5 races, and there's a 4th cup to unlock, so that's 20 tracks overall. In the bottom corner, the bottom of the screen, the whole bottom of the screen, you'll notice straight away that the map's there. It's pretty much always there. The only thing you can do with it is change it to a rear view mirror so that you can see if you're about to get hit up the arse with a shell. Other than that though, that's pretty much that. In the top right corner of the screen you've got your timer and you've got your weapons box. The coin though obviously isn't a weapon, that just fills up your coin meter that you've got in the bottom right corner. Basically the more coins you've got, the faster you go. Lakitu, as you can see, just came up there. He comes up at the end of, well, the beginning of every lap, telling you what lap you're on. There's 5 laps per track. But in the bottom right corner again, you've got your lives, because if you finish under 4th place, then you're not classed as finishing in a ranked place, so you have to use a life. And then you've also got your position. So that's that then. The whole point of the game is the tracks are all pretty zany and the likes, and there's all sorts of weapons. The weapons crates on this one are unlike any other Mario Kart game, because rather than reappearing, there's just loads of them in the middle of the race, and then that's it. Once you collect that one, then you have to collect a different weapon box because it doesn't reappear. So it's pretty much a strategic thing really, because if you think about it, if you're in first with a half a lap lead, do you really need a weapon just in case you all of a sudden on the 3rd lap get knocked down to 5th and you could really do with a red shell or something? So it might be a good idea to wait. Unfortunately, every now and then the bottom screen does actually automatically change itself, which can be a bit irritating because all of a sudden you could be in the middle of trying to negotiate a corner, and then next thing you know, your eyes catching that and you're looking down and crashing the likes. So that's that then. It's pretty much the same as any other Mario Kart game in the way of you've got like a brake button, a accelerate button, you've got a jump button as well, so you can do the little jumps and the little drifts, but you can't do turbos after the drifts or anything like that. There's also tons of different weapons, so there's the things like the lightnings, which obviously shrink everyone except you, there's the mushrooms, which turbos, there's the red shells, which home on, there's just stuff like that. It's like any other Mario Kart game really, but personally I think it's one of the best ones that they've ever done. I'd probably say it is possibly my favourite, just simply because it's the first one and I liked everything they've done about it, and since then they have made some good improvements to the series, but they've also got rid of a few things that I liked about it. But anyway, I'm now going to go into the 2-player screen because there's other things that you can do on the 2-player mode, and it actually means that the bottom half of the TV screen is actually useful for a change. So there we go, on the 2-player screen you can still do the GP, so it's basically you two taking on the computer, or you can have a single match race, which is obviously you just choose one of the tracks and then you race that, and I believe the computer aren't on this, but I'll just double check by actually putting it on. I might as well because we've got enough time. The 10-minute limit is actually more than enough this time. So here you go, you choose which tracks you want, and there we go. Panda's signalling to me that he wants Ghost Valley because it's his favourite track. It's only because he knows he can't beat me on a Bowser track. But anyway, yeah, it definitely looks like it's just us two. So there we go, just having a quick race, and I'm actually going to just stop still for a second and see if, yeah, I'm not getting past, so it is just you two. Anyway, so here we go then. It's when you're on the match race, it is obviously just the two of you, you're racing, you can still hit each other, you can fall off the track and the likes, there's shortcuts that you can use and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the match race. Now I'll show you some of the battles, so I'll just very quickly reset the game. There we go then, this is in battle mode now. Obviously you choose your characters just like usual, and there's 4 battle courses. You basically push start to view them. The 3rd one will no doubt spaz the TV out, because it does this every single time, just like Empire's Snow Stage does. SNES really doesn't like HD TVs, but anyway, it may seem a bit limited compared to the newer ones, but it's still pretty damn good anyway. So the whole point of battle mode is, though, obviously it's the same. It's been the same pretty much every time on every Mario Kart game. You've got 3 items hanging around you. Now it's balloons. Here it's like, well, it's kind of like just balls, and you just have to pop them by firing weapons at them. So obviously you get 3 shots to a life, and then you're dead. And there's no way to put any life limit on it, unfortunately, or anything like that. So it's pretty much after those 3, then you have to start another battle off. And unfortunately, despite me being absolutely positive that this game was 4-player, it is unable to accept my multi-tap. I can get the multi-tap to work on the likes of Street Racer, but this, it just won't work, so I can only assume it is only 2-player. Which is a bit gutting, because 4-player battles and 4-player races are really fun, but 2-player is still pretty fun anyway. Just thought I'd mention that, just in case anyone else out there also thought that this game was 4-player. So this is pretty much everything. Well, I've got nothing else really to say. I was going to say this is pretty much everything done, but I've just realised I need to let you listen to a bit of the music, and I think that is everything I've done. So there we go then, that was a bit of the music, and as I say, I believe that's everything else to say. There's no unlockable characters or anything like that, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, but as I say, there is an unlockable cup and 20 tracks overall, which is quite a lot for a Mario Kart game, because there are quite a few out there that only have 16 tracks, unfortunately. You can't hold weapons behind you or anything anymore, unfortunately. You can still drop them behind you, but you can't hold them behind you on this one, so it does mean that you can't protect yourself from red shells or anything like that. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.